Okay, so we're gonna measure all of these items in your book with your ruler, and you can measure along with me in your own books. So we're gonna measure this red string first. So we're gonna take our ruler, line it up. It helps if your book is nice and flat. Line up the first mark on your ruler with the string there. They give you a nice little line. And then you gotta make sure your ruler is straight, because if it's not, if it's like this, you're gonna get something different. You gotta make sure your ruler is straight. So the end of the string it's not on the 4, but it's closer to 4 than it is to 5, isn't it? So the string is about 4 inches long. It's not exactly 4 inches, but it's about 4 inches. Because we are just measuring to the nearest inch. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about how to line up your ruler before I keep going? Give me a thumbs up if you have a question. Kennedy?
Like, how are we, if we're doing the inches, how are we supposed to get them on the top without them being upside down? Are we doing the top or the bottom?
We are using the side of the ruler that has inches on it. Those are the ones that they're a little more spread out. The other side of your ruler, if you flip it over, has centimeters. We're not using the centimeter side yet. We can use that at the end of our lesson if you want. So you just have to flip the ruler.
Okay.
See, if I look at my screen, if I flip it this way, then yeah, my inches are upside down because I'm looking at the centimeters on top. So I can flip it the other way so that the inches are on top.
I don't have the ruler. I have a different ruler. So
does yours have inches on it?
It has inches and centimeters.
Okay, so just flip it. But you should have this ruler because I sent you this one with your things. So if after today, if you're having trouble with the ruler from home, you can keep the ruler I sent you. That's yours to keep, okay?
Okay.
Okay, it should be in the bag that had your seeds and your stuff for science. All right?
Okay.
Okay, so let's measure this pencil. So we're gonna line up the inches side of our ruler. We're gonna line up that first mark on the ruler with the tip of the pencil. And then we're gonna look and see about where does it end. It ends between 5 and 6, but it's closer to 5. So this pencil is about 5 inches long. Once you get the hang of it, it'll go a lot faster. All right, I'm gonna do one more with you and then I'm gonna have you start measuring in your book on your own. Let's do number 3. Gonna line up the inches side of our ruler. That first mark lines up with the line by the end of the string. And I'm gonna look, my ruler is straight. The end of the string lands pretty close to 2. So this string is about 2 inches long. Okay. So now I'm gonna have you guys measure this purple, I think it's a ribbon, maybe it's a straw. So all you're gonna do is line up your ruler. The first mark goes right at the beginning, and then see about where it ends. It ends between 2 numbers, but it's closer to 1 than the other. So how long is this purple straw? Give me a thumbs up if you want to answer that for me. About how long is the purple straw? Thomas, you might have to touch your screen, bud.
6 inches.
Yes, it ends
Yay.
between 5 and 6, but it's closer to 6. So it is about 6 inches. Good job, Thomas. Stella, I think I just saw you enter. There you are. Stella, we're on page 560 in your chapter 8 book. Okay, and we're using that ruler that I sent you with your things. If you don't have it, it's okay. You can just follow along with us, but it's easier for you if you have your own ruler. Okay? All right. So let's see here. Where was I? Okay, we're going to measure number 5 over here. So we're actually on page 561 now. We've got this black string. We're going to measure to the nearest inch. So you're going to line up your ruler. Make sure it's nice and straight.
No.
And then I'll give you guys a second to line up your rulers, and then give me a thumbs up if you want to tell me about how long is that black string. Nick?
4
4. It's about 4 monkeys?
inches.
Inches. Good job. All right. Let's do the crayon. Let me have you guys line up your ruler with the crayon. Give me a thumbs up if you want to tell me about how long is this crayon. Kayla?
3 inches.
Yes, and I like how you use the word inches too. It's about 3 inches long. Good. This is probably the easiest math we've done all year, isn't it? Chloe, do you have a question?
No, but I have an answer to the next one.
All right, let's hold on. Let me get my ruler lined up in case anyone didn't have their ruler so they can have a chance too, and then I'll have you tell me. So let me get my ruler lined up. We've got a blue string.
4.
Oh, now Chloe, let's look really close.
Wait. Nope. I was on the next one. Sorry. That one's 5.
Yes, very good. 5. It doesn't quite reach 5, but it's definitely closer to 5 than it is to 4. So you are right. It is about 5 inches. Let me ask you guys a question. Chloe, can I challenge you? Can I ask you a question, Chloe?
Yeah.
What if I did it in centimeters? How many centimeters do you think this is? See how I lined up my ruler?
12.
12, that's right. So to do centimeters, all I had to do was flip my ruler over. So it's about 12 centimeters. All I did was flip the ruler over. So you can measure with inches and centimeters, but the directions tell us to do inches. So we'll keep doing inches. Okay, let's do number 8. Just line up your ruler. It looks like a pipe cleaner. And give me a thumbs up if you want to tell me about how many inches long is this pipe cleaner. And I saw someone with their thumbs up. Jada, I haven't heard from Jada.
4.
4. It is about 4 inches long. Nice job. Hey, Jada, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I'm going to line up my ruler with my centimeters. Ooh, this is a good one. Now, let's look. On the centimeters one, it's hitting, there's one mark that's a little bit longer than the other ones, between 9 and 10. Do you know how many centimeters that is?
10.
It's close to 10. It's close to 9. It's actually right in the middle. It hits that middle mark. So it's about 9.5 centimeters. 9.5. And I write that like this, 9.5. You don't have to write this down, but or 9.5 centimeters. That's how I write half, 9.5 centimeters. Cool, huh? Okay, let's do the go deeper because I think you guys have the hang of this. Okay, so that's number 9. We are going to measure the lengths to the nearest inch. So we're on our inches side. How much shorter is the ribbon, this is the ribbon, than the yarn? So we need to measure both, and then we need to compare and find the difference between the two. If I'm going to find the difference, I am going to subtract. Those are our key words there. So we're going to find the difference between these two. So let's measure the ribbon first. Line up my ruler, make sure my ruler is nice and straight. My ribbon is about 4 inches. You don't have to write out the word inches. You can just write IN. It's about 4 inches. That's how the abbreviation for inches, IN. And our yarn, I'm going to measure that, line up our ruler. The yarn is about 5 inches. So I'm going to write 5. Now, make sure everyone's caught up with that. Now, we want to find the difference between the two. We don't want to add them together and find out how much in all. That's not what they asked. They want us to find the difference. So we're going to subtract. We can't do 4 minus 5 because you have to have the bigger number first, remember, for subtraction. So 5 is bigger. 5 minus 4 is, and I have lots of people telling me on the chat, 1. The yarn, or I'm sorry, the ribbon is 1 inch shorter than the yarn. Okay. Nice job. So this week I set you guys on Prodigy to do measurement, but you don't need a ruler to do it. When you do Prodigy, they're going to show you. Let me see if I can get over to Prodigy to show you. They're going to give you a ruler to look at. Oh, Prodigy's being super slow. The only thing with Prodigy this week is it wouldn't let me change it to have you guys measure to the nearest inch. So you have to measure to the nearest 1.5 inches. Let's see. So like if it falls between 4 and 5, just like I was showing you with the centimeters, if it falls between them, it's 4.5. Okay, just like when we measured my cell phone and we measured the centimeters, and if it was halfway between, it was 1/2. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about measuring? Give me a thumbs up if you have questions. Dominic, do you have a question? No? Okay. You can always type to me in the chat too. I also, if you look on Class Dojo,
Wait a minute.
hold on.
Then
Brecken's yelling at me.
Mommy, put it back the top.
If you look on Class Dojo today, if Class Dojo will let me in,
Ow.
sorry, my computer's being so slow. I'm trying to get everyone ready for our end of the year things. So usually at the end of the year, we do our Kids' Choice Awards. And you guys get to vote on awards for each other. It's gonna be really hard to do this year since we aren't together. So I put our voting online. So this week, you guys can go to this website that I posted here in Class Dojo, and you can vote for awards for each other. So I've got the Sunshine Award. The Sunshine Award goes to a person that has been a burst of sunshine in our classroom. They are always happy and smiling. You get to choose which one of your friends you would give that award to. Okay, so there's lots of awards for you to vote on, and you can choose any of your friends to give it to. I will get all of your votes, and I will give the award to the person who gets the most votes, okay? And so next week, when we get together for all our fun end of the year stuff, you guys will find out which awards you got. Sound good? So make sure you go over to Class Dojo today and find this post that has the link so you can go vote. Do that before Thursday, okay? Sound good? Okay, let me unmute you guys.